And welcome everyone to Lessons in Miracles. I'm Teri Angel here with my co-host Karen Palmer and our other
Hello.
co-host, Auntie Jean Lorio.
Welcome, everybody.
It's a girls' night here at Lessons in Miracles, and we're going to start out with our beautiful Karen taking us into our hearts.
Okay, so let's take a nice, relaxing, slow breath. And feel yourself just coming home, right there in your heart. Home is where our heart is, and our heart is always with us. So home is where we carry this beautiful feeling. And just let yourself really sink into that feeling. And remember, in our home, there are so many incredible gifts that we have been blessed with in this beautiful, beautiful time. We are stepping into the most magical and miraculous and magnificent experience. There are so many beautiful, beautiful souls that are remembering the one light, that are coming into the awareness of this one beautiful light that we all are. There is not one being on the planet that is not part of this light, but there are many who are unaware that they have this light within them. So in this moment, while we're sitting in this beautiful stillness, in this beautiful feeling of home, let us all just radiate the feeling of absolute love, absolute light, absolute truth to the one mind that all are connected to, and the many, many beings who are fully aware of this light, and the many, many beings who are starting to feel the light, and the many beings who gently are unaware of the light. Bring them all into the light. For when we are choosing to see all is one, all is love, all is light, we are raising the entire planet with this frequency and this vibration. Remember that one person who's vibrating with love in their heart, with peace on their mind, and kindness in their actions, is counterbalancing 750,000 people who are unaware of the light, who are going through and just moving through the illusion, forgetting who they are, forgetting that they have this light. But that doesn't matter, because we are holding the light. And there's 3 of us here right now. And I also see there's 5 other people that are live. Please type into the chat if you're coming in. There's 5, now there's 8 of us. Now we're holding this space. We're holding this light. and we're loving it into this reality. This beautiful, beautiful, happy dream where all are waking up in their own time space reality. But everyone's waking up. And it's not about us knowing when they're going to wake up or when they don't wake up. It's not about us having any opinion about what anyone else is experiencing. It's just the energy of light radiating from your heart, from your mind, to the universal heart and the universal mind. Let yourself just feel that in the silence. Feel that warmth radiating from your own heart, from your own mind. This is all that is being asked of us as miracle workers. This is all that's being asked of us. To feel that light, feel the warmth, feel the embrace of the universal heart, the heart of harmony, the heart of happiness, the heart of love, and radiate and extend it. Remember, there is no separation. So that light is going into every being that believes in the land of make-believe that we are separate, that we have separate bodies, that there is time and space. All of this is an illusion, but we know the light. We are the children of the light, and we radiate and extend that light. So, wow, let's see who came in. I see we are coming together. How beautiful. So let's really hold that together. What a blessing that we get to experience this together, especially my three sisters here together, just being here in the room right here. And then all of our beautiful family that's coming in virtually. Wow, what a blessing, just feel that universal love that we radiated together. That was powerful.
That was so powerful, Karen. And thank you, Marietta, for being here, and Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. We're so happy you're here. And what a beautiful lesson. I love this lesson. I am entrusted
We
with
are
it.
entrusted with the gifts of God. So that was what I asked Spirit, how can I share a gift? How can I share a gift? And that was what came through. So,
Mhm.
I really do believe that when I read that book, when I read that book, Power versus Force, my whole life changed because of that one statement, realizing that one person, and that I could be that one person. I had no idea how to use social media. I had no idea how to use any technology. I had zero understanding of marketing. And what happened was a miracle. And so I just think that when I really let this lesson sink in, and I really was thanking all the counsel of kindness that came to me when this all came about. And Teri and I came together because of the counsel of kindness.
Mhm.
And we were called to each other. And that was in 2016. It's
Mhm.
been 7 years.
I know. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. And so, I mean, when you think about that, and then we met in person in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and we were at the World Parliament on Spirituality, and we met all these amazing people, and we're still in contact with all of them.
Guess who's here?
Who's here? Gracie, we called
Oh,
you in.
oh, Gracie.
Oh, yay, yay, yay. We called you in.
Yes, we did.
I said you. I felt it. I said I'm home.
Yay, it's ladies' night and the
And the
feeling's right.
feeling is like,
Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
She disappeared.
oh,
She'll be right back, I bet.
She will. Yes.
So, anybody who wants to type in anything they want to share about their gifts that they have been entrusted with and that they want to share about, please just type into the chat anything you'd like to share. And I would love to hear how this lesson was for our beautiful Auntie Jean and beautiful Mama P. And like I said, that was my gift that was given to me. So I shared that.
well, this was a beautiful, beautiful lesson, of course. And what you said, I want to address. I'm having echo. Let me see if maybe I close this and this, it'll stop. Okay. Um, it's crowded in here. Now, this sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But what I'm trying to convey is that there's like a spiritual feeling of love. I don't even know how to explain it correctly, but it's like it's growing so much that you feel it. You feel it. You feel the presence of all these others that are coming in, that are coming into that love, and it's expanding and expanding, and it's so beautiful. I kind of like it to when you go to a concert, and if you go really early and there's just a couple of people there, and then people start coming and more come, and pretty soon, as you probably know, because I think you've been to more concerts than me, you start picking up on that feeling that everybody's excitement, everybody's joy, everyone's happiness. And that's the way I've been feeling lately, that it just has gotten bigger and bigger, and it's constantly growing. And when I say that at the end of chanting every night, that the peace is starting to cover the earth, I'm serious. That's the way that it feels in a spiritual sense to me. So that was the main thing. And people are starting to realize, like what the lesson said, that what they've been looking at, what they've been basing their life on, is all false. That everything is false, and they're starting to accept the fact that there is one God, that there is a better way, that we are all part of a whole, and they're coming in. So it's very, very exciting. As you know, this time is a really exciting time to be alive. So we have a small group, so I can't talk. Maybe Gracie can talk some more.
Gracie, did you want to share something?
Um, yes, and the topic is I am entrusted with the gifts of God, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Right. So, sorry, oh, my cough is back. So, I feel that I'm very, I'm very happy. Number one, and I'm also very calm because I'm able through the course of miracles and where we are to literally not be afraid of the awareness of my gifts. And it has been helped by our group, has really helped to bring that out, because it's a safe space.
Mhm.
And to know that you are entrusted, that you have gifts that you can bring out in into to the world, or on your journey to help, is a most, it's very rewarding, very humbling, but it's also very huh, let me put it this way. I I you get the sense of, am I is this me or is this spirit? So having to step back and always ask, for me, that has been the greatest uh, joy and awareness. And also knowing that we're still connected, and remembering, this to me has been a, a, a a time of remembering, because everything that resonates and we are going through right now resonates with me at a different level. Sometimes it could be something that it triggers, and I'm like, oh, that's that. Oh yeah, that's what that was. And just realizing that this is a journey, and going back to uh, thinking about what I have been taught, or what has been introduced to me, the awareness of the Christ energy. That Christ, if there's anybody who knew this was an illusion, it was Christ. So for me, it's remembering and allowing my gifts to come forth, knowing that I'm supported by friends in a safe space, but also by spirit, by angels. We're never alone. We're always supported. So thank you. That's what that does.
Oh, thank you, Gracie.
So
Yes.
beautiful, Gracie.
Yeah, it is beautiful, Gracie. You know, I feel like I don't have the 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 enormous gifts that all of you have, but I've learned from not just the Course in Miracles, but from the Divine Himself, that sometimes just you being you is is your gift. And that's the way I kind of feel about myself, is that I don't have all these humongous gifts like Gracie has, and, but I just love, and being that love, hopefully I'm shedding some light in the world so that others can see the beauty of our Creator, the beauty of His way, and the happiness and joy that He's trying for us all to have, which is what He gave us, what He wants us to have. So
And when you're doing that comparison, Jean, you're still in the separation.
that's true.
So, yeah. So all of us have access to every gift there is. And that's this lesson. I'm entrusted with those gifts. So, somebody may have had more um, growth in one area, maybe their intuition or whatever, but it doesn't mean that they're any higher than anybody else. It's
Mhm.
just the practice that they have done with it. So we all have access, this exact same access to all these gifts. And I think that is so beautiful. And we don't have to look at one person and say, oh, they're so high spiritually, or they do so much. And it's like, no, we're all one. When you're seeing the separation, then you see that hierarchy that the angels have told me a long, long time ago. There is no hierarchy. Even with the angels, there's no hierarchy. Is everyone is on equal footing. And I love that idea.
They have different gifts or different jobs, I guess, but that doesn't mean that one is over another.
Nope,
You
not
know,
at all.
and so
Just
I didn't.
remember, what we did when we were doing that meditation, that it's one light, and some people are more aware of the light. Some people don't know the light exists at all. Some people have forgotten the light in themselves. They don't even think they have a light. And some people are beaming that light because they have moved all the obstacles, all the illusions, and they're not interested in the idols. They're not interested anymore. And what you were saying about how people are seeing more and more, well, it's all an illusion. Well, none of this is real.
Mhm.
More and more people, the more we accept the truth, the more the truth is able to radiate through us.
That's so true. And thank you, Auntie Jean, for being so raw and candid
Yeah.
and coming out and saying, because you served a purpose to allow us all to say, no, we're not separate. But thank you. And thank you, Karen, too, for
And you
for your
shine so beautiful, Auntie Jean. And
Mhm,
when you ask questions, it
mhm.
helps to expand the conversation. So always trust that you can ask any question and share everything. Like that's the beauty of us being here together, is that when we share anything, it doesn't matter what we share. If we're sharing it with love, we're sharing it from that universal message, from the universal mind. So even if it does feel like you're questioning, when we question, that means that we're not in the I know mind. We're not in the I already know that. You know how you have a conversation with somebody and somebody just they glaze over you and they look at you like I already know that. Like I've known that all my life, and but they're not living it. They say they know it, but they're not living it. But it's none of our business what they are making their choices. However, people make their choices. It's really not about us comparing ourselves to where anyone else is. It's just about sharing from your heart, the way you share. And you share so beautifully, Auntie Jean, really so beautifully.
And
I,
I
di- I
think
didn't mean for you all to have to do that. I just feel like sometimes, there may be someone like me who kind of feels that way too sometimes, that, well, I can't predict things and I can't heal. Well, I actually do pretty good sometimes on the healing side, but and so I just wanted to say that, whatever it is you're doing, as long as you're shining that light, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. God
yeah,
sees what we're doing and how we are, and he's helping us do that. He's there for us. He's always with us. He's never he's never away from us. And I guess that pretty much doesn't make any sense either. But
no,
anyway, I love doing the grid. I feel like that's a gift I've been given to
Yes.
do that. I love that. And that's when I really feel the power of of how many people have really accepted his love. You can feel it. You can feel it growing and growing, and it's such a beautiful feeling. And I suspect it's gonna keep growing, and the whole earth will be filled with love and peace.
Yes.
So,
and thank you, Terry, for that expansion. You know, because it helps us to come back to center, because it comes directly a direct message from our support, which is our angels. And as we're always told, Auntie G, ask, seek, find. So, and it comes in different ways. I have the opposite, where I shy away because I feel I'm aware. And all my life I have been so guided that I remember there was a time I just used to say my prayer was order my steps in this world,
Mhm.
because um, I I I have, well, in my case, I feel I'm not I'm not in this world. I mean, I'm not of this world. I'm just in it, but I cannot even. I'm still just a participant. And sometimes I tell myself, I used to tell my father, I cannot jump over to the next experience. I, so I I feel stuck in the spiritual world, but it's just my cadence, which is different. Um, and so sometimes I shy away because what comes from me sometimes is even too advanced for my own knowing, because our soul, our spirit knows, and we're so guided. So, Auntie Jean, wherever we are, as Terry tells us, and Karen too, that's where we're supposed to be. That's where we'll get the help, what is necessary for
Oh,
us to sustain us in that pos- you know part, and to do what it is that we're supposed to be doing there.
it's a matter of trust.
I trust, exactly. So I don't know too much, Auntie Jean. I
You
and,
know a lot. You know a lot, girl. And
and
I
perhaps
love you so much. You're such an inspiration.
I love
Everybody's
you
such an
too.
inspiration to me.
I
I
love
have
you
to
too.
say, this family, this group, it's I don't know. It's there's no words. There's just
No
no
words. No words necessary.
No one
there's
resist.
just no
And,
words.
Yeah.
and it's funny, Auntie Jean and Karen and Terry. What I feel is because I grew up, and my foundation, my upbringing was in a totally different culture. So when I come here, there are certain things I have to immerse or try and understand, because when you when your place of entry is still not as developed in certain aspects and certain things, sometimes I have to I perhaps maybe that's why I step back, because I have to understand the dynamics, and to see where that sensitivity and that approach is coming from, or awareness,
Mhm.
because I didn't know it in my landing entry point. See, so I don't know if that makes too much sense, but
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
sense.
mhm.
So just come back to your heart and you'll know exactly where you're at all times.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's it. The heart never lies.
The heart
Love
will
never
never
lies.
lie to you. I'm sensing we need to go on because we still have to give our next lesson and then do our chanting for the night. What a great discussion tonight. I love this. So,
Did
Karen,
you want to share something from the insights, though?
um,
Oh,
I can real fast. I was just keeping an eye on the time here. Um, all right, there was this sentence: God's gifts to me are His love, His peace, and His joy. God's gift to me is true happiness. God's gift to me is heaven. Jesus tells us in earlier lessons that we are heaven. We have been given heaven. It's our only identity. Our job now is to let go of wandering in the wilderness like the prodigal son. Our job is to accept our inheritance from our Father in heaven and be willing to be led back to heaven by the Holy Spirit. We can tell if we are allowing ourselves to be led back to heaven by the amount of peace, love, and joy we let into our awareness. When we let peace, love, and joy into our awareness, we feel it. We are one with these gifts. When we are one with these gifts, we spontaneously give these gifts of peace, love, and joy. When we receive love, we give love. Within the action of receiving is the action of giving. It is all one. I think that's pretty clear, don't you?
Yeah, It just
Yeah.
builds on everything we just talked about.
Yeah.
So the
Again,
next lesson
no
is
separation. Yeah.
yeah, the next lesson is a beautiful way for this to keep building. It's always beautiful how it just keeps building this beautiful, beautiful message for all of us to just remember. This is the truth. We have all of this knowledge in us. We just need to remember. So there is one life, and that I share with God. There are not different kinds of life, for life is like the truth. It does not have degrees. It is one condition in which all God created share. Like all his thoughts, it has no opposite. There is no death because what God created shares his life. There is no death because an opposite to God does not exist. There is no death because the Father and Son are one. In this world, there appears to be a state that is life's opposite. You call it death, yet we have learned that the idea of death takes many forms. It's the one idea which underlies all feelings that are not supremely happy. It's the alarm to which you give response of any kind that is not perfect joy. All sorrow, loss, anxiety, and suffering and pain, even a little sigh of weariness, a slight discomfort, or a mere frown, acknowledge death, and thus deny that you live. You think that death is of the body, yet it is but an idea, irrelevant to what is seen as physical. A thought is in the mind. It can be then applied as mind directs it, but its origin is where it must be changed. If change occurs, ideas leave not their source. The emphasis this course has placed on that idea is due to its centrality in our attempts to change your mind about yourself. It is the reason that you can heal. It is the cause of healing. It is why you cannot die, and it is truth established you as one with God. Death is the thought that you are separate from your Creator. It is a belief in conditions change. Emotions alternate because of causes that you cannot control, that you did not make, and that you can never change. It is the fixed belief ideas can leave their source and take on qualities the source does not contain, becoming different from their origin, apart from it in kind as well as distance, time, and form. Death cannot come from life. Ideas remain united to their source. They can extend all that their source contains, in that they can go far beyond themselves, but they cannot give birth to what was never given them. As they are made, so will their making be. As they were born, so will their then so will they then give birth, and where they come from, they return. The mind can think it is asleep, but that is all. It cannot change what is its waking state. It cannot make a body nor abide within a body. What is alien to the mind does not exist because it has no source. For mind creates all things that are and cannot give them attributes it lacks, nor change its own eternal mindful state. It cannot make the physical. What seems to die is but the sign of a mind asleep. The opposite of life can only be another form of life. As such, it can be reconciled that what created it, because it is not opposite in truth, its form may change, it may appear to be what it is not, yet mind is mind, awake or sleeping. It is not opposite. is not its opposite in anything created, nor in what it seems to make when it believes it's asleep. God creates only mind awake. He does not sleep, and his creations cannot share what he gives not, nor make conditions which he does not share with them. The thought of death is not the opposite to thoughts of life. Forever unopposed by opposites of any kind, the thoughts of God remain forever changeless, and the power to extend forever changelessly, but yet within themselves, for they are everywhere. What seems to be the opposite of life is merely sleeping. When the mind elects to be what it is not and to assume an alien power which it does not have, a foreign state it cannot enter, or a false condition not within its source, it merely seems to go to sleep for a while. It dreams of time, an interval in which what seems to happen never has occurred. The changes wrought are substanceless, and all events are nowhere. When the mind awakes, it but continues as it always was. Let us today be children of the truth and not deny our holy heritage. Our life is not as we imagine it. Who changes life because he shuts his eyes or makes himself what he is not because he sleeps and sees in dreams an opposite to what he is? We will not ask for death in any form today, nor will we let imagined opposites to life abide even an instant where the thought of eternal life has been set. This holy home we strive to keep today as this establishes it and wills to be forever and ever. This is the Lord that we think of today. These thoughts, which have no opposite, we understand there is one life and that we share with all creation and our Creator, with their thoughts as well, whom he created in unity of life that cannot separate in death and leave the source of life where it came. We share one life because we have one source, a source from which perfection comes to us, remaining always in the holy minds which he created perfect. As we were, so are we now and will forever be. A sleeping mind must waken as it sees its own perfection mirroring the Lord of life so perfectly it fades into what is reflected here. And now it is no more a mere reflection. It becomes the thing reflected and the light which makes reflection possible. No vision now is needed, for the awakened mind knows its source, itself, and its holiness.
So beautiful. Thank you, Karen, for reading that and the energy of it. I can't wait for this lesson tomorrow. All right, so let's change our hats. And thank you to all who came in for A Course in Miracles, our lesson for the night, and our review for tomorrow. Thank you for being here. We appreciate all of you. And let's see if our miracle Marlene shows up for the chanting tonight. Everyone's welcome to stick around for chanting. We do two chants every night. The first one being Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And can you please explain how we do the chanting?
Yes, so this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together. As our beautiful family, beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions, illness, and allergies be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
What a beautiful chant. Let's take a moment and go into our heart center, just giving gratitude for that feeling of freedom, freedom from any thought of separation, freedom in feeling the higher vibration of love, because only love is real. And when we go into our heart center, that's where we connect in and we have that realization that there is nothing that can keep us from our higher self, nothing that can keep us from God, the Creator. So let's hold on to that high vibration as we go to our next chant, the miracle chant that brought in our miracle Marlene with us tonight. Thank you, Marlene, for being here. And we are going to go to Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. A fun chant, Karen, right?
Absolutely. So this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we chant 108 times all together. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, 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 Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh, just breathe in that energy. This beautiful chant that we just chanted together is chanted all over the world by millions who understand its power, who understand that when we raise our frequency, we do meet up with our miracles. So feel that love in your heart right now. Feel the gratitude and just breathe in love and breathe out love. Hmm. Every night we give honor to our Creator, however you may envision that highest power to be. We do this by chanting Om. We do it 3 times slow, Again, holding on to that love in your heart. And then we'll stay in our hearts for a moment, connecting with the brain. And then we'll give it all away. So take a deep breath in, hold on to the love, and let's begin the chanting of Om. Om. This beautiful energy we're feeling right now is love. This connectedness to the higher power that we just gave honor to is all love. And it's the only thing that's real. All else is illusion. So as we think about love and feel that inside of our hearts, let's send that far and wide to everyone on our planet. Everyone is here on the same mission to get back home into our hearts where that love resides. So let's get together right now, because where two or more are gathered and we do this, it just expands that energy. So we're going to expand it far and wide and breathe in love and breathe out love. Just let it go wherever it wants to go. And it's our prayer that it will reach the hearts where it will make a difference in someone's life, and especially those who are in leadership positions in our world. Let's especially lift them up tonight, praying for peace on our planet. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Peace. Sweet peace that we know is here, we feel is here, and we're seeing it more and more when we open up to it. Om Shanti. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you all for sending that love out into the world. We're going to keep doing it every night. We send that love out, and we know that it's happening. It's helping to bring that love more into the arena of peace. And every night we make a declaration about that. And Gracie, can you lead us in this tonight?
Yes, it is a pleasure. I would love to. Each night we gather together for the manifestation and the knowingness that there is infinite, and that peace begins with us. So we dig deep within us to bring it out and spread it into the world. And we say a declaration, because we know, we feel, we sense that there is peace in us. And we know, we feel, we sense that that peace is inside of us. And we recite or repeat this declaration in 3, 2, 1.
We declare that there is peace on earth, and we declare that peace begins inside of us.
And so it is forever and ever.
And always.
Amen.
Amen.
And we've been doing this for over 1,000,
1100.
Ah,
125
Oh, I think he said
days.
I think he said 100. I think he said 1123. So I think this is 1124.
24 days as a group known as
The
the
Peace for
Peace
Peace.
for
for peace.
peace.
But the thing about the Peace for Peace is it's also a movement. And Terry's a P, and Karen's a P, and Gracie's a P, and Charlie's a P, and Chris is a P, and Marlene is a P, and Jennifer's a P, and Marietta is a super P, and there's P's all over the world, all over in Europe and Canada and Australia. And our question to you is, wouldn't you like to be a P too? And that way you'll have peace all over the world, and peace and love will come to the world forever and ever. And we start by being kind.
Be
So be
kind.
kind.
Be
Be
kind.
kind. And
And
I have to add this for Chris, for
yes,
all our fur babies too.
Yes, indeed.
And
and
Gracie?
mhm. And you know, this is our story, filled with our smiles,
Mhm.
raising our voices, chanting each night. This is our story. This is our wish, chanting for peace out into the world and for all to be kind.
Yes, it is. So beautiful, Gracie. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. We love you so very much. Happy July. It is the first day of July, and
Absolutely.
I'm going to proclaim it a month of peace. Let's just have that happening in our world, to have peace
Absolutely.
ongoing. And I'd love for you all to join us tomorrow at 1:11 p.m. We'll be doing the 10 million for world peace meditation. And if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, it's 10 million for world peace. And please come and be a part of us. Thank you for joining in. We love you so very much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And we leave you with
Namaste,
Namaste to
y'all.
all. Good night.
bye, everyone.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Love you, Marlene. Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
Love you,
Bye.
Jennifer, Marietta.